Welcome back to Self-Reliant Learning. Today we're going to be installing a larger BMS, or sorry, not a BMS, a larger balancer on this. What I found out is that with over 30 kilowatt hours of electricity in these batteries, standard BMS balancer doesn't have the amperage to keep them balanced. So here, I'll show you here. You can see that some cells are way out of whack. So we're gonna do this and then come back tomorrow. We'll take a picture of this and see how she looks. All right, the balancer we're gonna use is this. It's called 100Balance is the brand. It's a Chinese balancer. This is an active balancer, okay? The one that's in here right now is a JBD passive balancer, meaning basically it just burns off the electricity. This will take the electricity from the highest charged battery and put it into the lowest charged battery to help balance it. The downside to this is this continues working all the way down to 3 volts. It turns on at 3.1 volts, will shut off and stop balancing at 3.0 volts. So it's going to continuously balance while the load is draining the batteries. Generally, you know, people don't want that. To me, it's more important that it balances and I can maintain that fully charged balance. But anyway, this is what we're going to put on. It does come with wiring instructions. It's pretty simple. These wires, they have little stickers on them. And it just says like B1, B2, B0. B0 is your first negative. It is a black cable here. And then you just wire them up all along and plug them in. So don't plug them in until you have it all wired up. So we're just gonna be using some butt connectors here. And we're gonna patch in to my existing balance wires. Right, so we kind of want to see if these are going to be long enough. These ones we can patch in and make it so that this balancer just sits kind of right here in the middle. All right, so like I said, B0 is the black one here. That's your farthest most negative. And then they just go in order, B1, B2, B3. So once you have that first one, you just basically go right on down the line. All right, since we're gonna be tapping into the balance leads from the other BMS, we have to disconnect the other BMS. So we're just gonna go ahead, I don't have the right wrench out here, so we're gonna go ahead and use pliers, because why not? We're gonna disconnect the ground off of this thing here. I already shut the inverter off inside, so. And then we want to disconnect the balance lead connect. We want to disconnect the balance lead connector, okay? Because that's what actually is powering the BMS. All right, we're gonna strip a little of the wire. I'm only gonna show you 1 or 2 of these as to how I'm doing this. So I cut the old one for the existing BMS, and I'm going to twist these together. Come on now. All right. I'm gonna twist these connectors, or these 2 wires together. We're gonna go ahead and crimp it down. Now I recommend soldering these, but this is what I have right now with the inverter being off. I can't power a soldering iron. Now we're gonna strip the other side. Oh, weird. Give them a good twist, put it in the butt connector, and crimp it. And then we give them a good tug just to make sure that they are secure. Okay, that's our first wire down. We'll do one more. We need a little bit more than that. If we're soldering, that'd be fine, but we're not soldering, we're crimping. All right, we grab our next BMS wire, snip it, and then strip it. Twist these two together. And then put it in the crimp connector. And again, we're going to crimp it. Okay, make sure it's good and tight. Grab the battery end and strip that. All right. I'll give it a good tug, make sure she's good. All right, so that's the first two. Now the proper way would probably be to put ring terminals on and have them each separate, and we don't have time for that right now. I need to get these batteries balanced, and this will work just fine. You can see how quick it goes once you figure out what you're doing. It's pretty quick and painless. Probably have the whole thing installed 10 minutes or less. All right. So I'm gonna finish this up and then I'll show you guys when to connect it. All right, just wanna show you right now the minimum, the low cell and the highest cell is 225 millivolts off, and that should be like 0.01 or less. Max cell's voltage is 4.147 and min is 3922. So you can see how far off they are. We're gonna go ahead and plug that in and then I'll show you how she is now, or afterwards. You should be able to see it working. Now on this, you have two connections. One is slightly longer than the other one. It has one more connector. So we want to snap on the short one first. All right, that's snapped in. And snap this in. Is there any kind of lights that come on? Oh yeah, you can see green light. So you can see right here, green light means it's powered on. And we should be able to see already it's going down. See 198. Remember we started out, it was 225, 197. It's already taking voltage from the higher batteries and putting it into the lower ones. This balancing, these highlighted balances, that's the JBD BMS, but that only balances at like, what I say, 0.01, 0.02 amps. This one here will balance at 5 amps. So already we can see, 197, 198, it's kind of balancing, or it's just sitting there. We'll come back tomorrow, I'll take a picture, and she'll be far better. I'll let you know how this thing actually works. So far it's working pretty good. Tomorrow I'll come back, we'll finish up this video. Tonight I'm gonna put this out there so you guys can see it and how it hooks up. We'll see you later. Oh shit. Did you get that?
Maybe.
My daughter just threw all these on the ground.
Hey!
You
did that!
The whole reason we had kids was so we had someone to blame for things when things go wrong. All right, so here we are back at the batteries. We'll go ahead and just open them up. It's raining right now. Well, it's starting to kind of rain. So make this quick. We will open up the Overkill app. I've not opened this up yet to see. Let's see. Try and get you guys a good view. Log into the BMS. Let's see if this balancer has done its job. Oh, the variance is 186. Okay, so it's still balancing. You can see the BMS is balancing the cells still, but they are a lot closer than they were. Let's see. So we'll go ahead and check back tomorrow or in another video.